is more update about Chris McMahon and Sonny Miss Grant has small lawsuit cases. So so Agent Sonny Miss Grant to the adequacies analyzing new allegations against Chris McMahon of getting immoral. Student quote. After about 2 years after it was the first also filed the St. Louis Grant's lawsuit against Vince McMahon and WWE. Also accusing of Vince McMahon of yeah, sex tracking and abuse has continued on with Miss Grant also even put in public to discussing such as a lawsuit case added with a decision still upcoming regarding such as a lawsuit will receive a public trial or where it will go to Alvarez's Ms. Gwen side has come forward with an explosive analysis. Was it follow up Wednesday? So Ms. Gwen at 40 paces the consensus details her entitled registered with McMahon from their meetings back in March of last year, 2019. This was to their last set of applications back in March of last year, 2022. After such 2 months after Ms. Grant has signed an NDA about to the foreign countries plenty of environmentalism already, let me see. Is hold on, give me 1 second. After Ms. Grant and signed an NDA while supporting countries supporting environmentalism already known from Ms. Grant's supporting it also contained new environmentalism regarding of Ms. Grant. Amid this allegations against Vince McMahon and WWE former WWE EVP of Tony Reaz's son, Noah Lawless, and Brock Lesnar in Oles. Added among certain new allegations by Ms. Grant also are that a former WWE exclusive brand BRUM included WWE President Nick Khan, but not only Ms. Grant and Vince McMahon's registered, but at times. After missing it has deposited this, Ms. Grant claims that another BRUM near to Nick Khan and was asked and Ms. Grant and whether this registered was Castle see the further legal stat and then WWE cancel COUNCIL and Brian Norris. However, became one of the registered and was both fired after expressing up to. So, after Ms. Grant claims about Vince McMahon to bring alcohol to all WWE talents beyond about Brock Lesnar. Well, that was a true. She doesn't name names in Ms. Grant illegal stat of all in Senate talent reactions and this department of Vince McMahon we have whole personal engaged with WWE attorney that will personally to WWE headquarters on misgrant to ascribes in July of last 2021. Also to indicate will bear to costly hold to Vince McMahon exclusive officer where he plead to offer Miss Grant's assessment to a daily retirement. She will instead escort the retirement from supporting before any harm that could happen towards the end of the supporting Miss Grant has claims. If she was socially engaged with all male talent in Oregon, and Brock Lesnar had been outscored in missing about Vince McMahon and months only as he had done with Miss Grant's relationship with Brock Lesnar. Into Miss Grant has also plenty more graphic details regarding her gossip with Vince McMahon, and he wasn't beat her in order to prepare her for a successful encounter with Brock Lesnar along with so RAPE, successful assist, and counsel with Vince McMahon and saw Noah Lawless. Emily that caused her to black out in one of their last concerts back in February of last 2022. Wasn't agency had signed the NDA if Vince McMahon of good of illegal sexual assistant Miss Grant again deposit her custody. I've been saying no such days live, Miss Grant says. Vince McMahon sent her files and revealed he just scripted out in the assessment for Valentine's Day episode of Raw. Andrew West was a pro wrestler and he engaged Miss Grant to have sex wherein Sunday he been texting to congratulate him. Was it throughout the whole overdue Miss Grant's claim she so it most physical and mental health issues and attempted to quote to quit at several times. Wasn't only for Vince McMahon to block and made a scoring attempt back in March of 2021. I've been doing her dressing from illegal to internet reactions and had false scoring stats. After when she claims Vince McMahon to carried her into signing her NDA when Miss Grant attempted to discuss this with Vince McMahon, she claims he was the emissaire or mostly her statements. Well, Agent Bridges Miss Grant wants to against Vince McMahon after this about a lawsuit case. Well, into a Miss Grant to call to Vince McMahon after a time. After with Vince McMahon's been tons of more stories about him of the several months. And intimate so Miss Grant has to couply to against this a lawsuit case about Vince McMahon and son Noah Lawless. And I just at the time when Vince McMahon's been in trouble a lot of times, I need to about this story about him. Says about what he did before at the time. So when I just heard the mouse, we need to get some more more stories and more personal wrestling news, and I think about playing more. So, like this video, and don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube, and don't forget to like and subscribe on my YouTube content. And by this time, we have BCW, and by this time, peace.